Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be answering your questions.
Hi, my name is Lisa.
And I asked you for some questions in Instagram and on Facebook groups, and I actually got back way more questions than I expected. So I can't even answer all of these questions in this video. But I grouped them together, some questions that work together well for this video, and I got a lot of questions about my relationship and especially the long distance aspect of it, and I'm gonna do a separate video about that, and it's not gonna be like a Q&A, it's gonna be something different, but yeah, I'm gonna do that some other time. And if I didn't choose your question for this video, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna answer your question at some point in some of my video. I promise it will be answered at some point. Let's get into this video. First, it's the basics. Where do you live? In Estonia. How old are you? 25. What is your favorite thing about Estonia? Well, that is not that basic. That is actually a really cool question. And I've been asked that before. It's pretty... So I have figured out the answer already. I have two things. That's four. I have two things. One thing is nature. It's amazing here. It's so green, so peaceful. But the second thing is only in Estonia. It is the food. Like every time I stay in another country for a longer period of time, I miss food so much. Like Estonian food, it's so, like it's another level of food. I've had other people try Estonian foods and they usually say it's pretty good. Like I don't know if they're just scared of me being my Estonian self and being very disappointed, sad, and hurt and angry when they don't like it, but they said they liked it. And honestly, if you haven't tried Estonian chocolate, try it. I mean, I guess you probably can't have it in most other countries, but come here and try it. Next question is city or countryside. It depends of the city. If it's not too big city, I would much rather live in a city, and if it is too big city, I would still live there. I would just not like it as much. Next question is my favorite board game. My favorite board game is The Game of Life, but I love a lot of board games, and I also like a lot of card games. Next question is, do you have a secret hobby?
That's very intriguing and very secretive.
But I think I don't, because I have so many hobbies, but I've always been pretty open about that. I like writing, I like drawing, I like reading, I like forgetting my hobbies when I need to like talk about them. Well, taking pictures, making videos, making music. Yeah, it's a lot. I like playing board games. I guess at some point I used to do crocheting, which is kind of something you would not expect that I do because I don't usually do that kind of stuff. But I really liked it. And I like traveling with a boat. I don't think that's a hobby. Next question is my favorite question from all of these questions. And it is, which age do you like on a dog? Love this question. Now the first age that comes to my head is 2. And I think I'm gonna go with that because I'm not really a dog person, so I'm not really into puppies. I mean, they're cute, but I like older dogs just as much. So I like all the dogs. All ages are great. But 2 is like a great age. They're not too old, but they already know something, so I'm gonna go with 2. Next question is my dream career. I wish I knew what that is because then I would do it. Because the thing with me is that if I want something, I'm gonna go and achieve it. But most of the times, I just don't know what I want. So that's my struggle. I have so many like hobbies and interests that I just can't choose what I like more and what would be my absolute dream. So after high school, I went to study tourist. Then I decided it's not for me. I went to study primary education. Then I decided that's not for me. Then I escaped to Australia, so I didn't have to decide what to study. Now I'm back. Yeah. If I am going to go to school again, then I'm gonna probably go study creative writing now, because I feel like that's also one of my hobbies, so it's something that might interest me a bit more. And next question also leads us to the future. It says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I think I'm gonna be married. I'm sure I'm gonna be married in 5 years because I'm already, hello, getting there. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna have 2, maybe 3 children. I think we're gonna live in a cute, nice place that will have a dog and maybe a chipmunk. And I think I'm gonna have a really cool calling at the church. That's where I see myself in 5 years. Next question, I really like too. It is, what do you hope your future children think of you? I hope that they see me as an example to them. That they're like not proud of me, but like kind of like that they think I've achieved some cool things and they want to be like that too. Yeah, like an example. And that they respect me and that they like me. And I also hope that they're gonna be understanding how much I love them. Now I have 2 more questions left. That is 4. I have 2 more questions left. And the next question is the most asked question that I got asked so many times. And that is, what is your favorite food? The answer is, I don't know. I figured it out. I'm gonna go with pasta. And more specifically, my homemade salmon pasta. That is the best thing. But the last question is a little bit different. This is like more of a spiritual question, and I wanted to end with that because it doesn't really fit anywhere inside this other questions. So I'm gonna just do it for the end. And this is, what is your life's Bible verse and why? I have never thought of that because, I mean, scriptures are just so inspiring and there's so much. It's so hard to choose one. And I feel like every time you learn something new when you read them, and for different days you need different verses to that speak to you. But if I had to choose one verse, I have one verse that has been always very special to me. I'm not going to go too much in depth with why it is so special, but basically it was a very spiritual experience how I discovered this verse, and it was probably the first verse in Bible that I read. Ecclesiastes 1:5. I'm gonna go find it right now. The sun also rises, and the sun goeth down and hasteth to his place where he arose. So in normal language, it basically says that sun rises and sun goes down, and then it rises again next day. And why I love this is because, well, it means a lot of things. But for me, I like to think of it as we can like start fresh every day. We can be a better person. We can be better than we were yesterday, and we can be like, oh, good, amazing people. Like, it's never too late to start being a good, amazing person. I tell that to myself every day. And I feel like that just kind of explains it, that the sun rises up again tomorrow. And also, like, if you have trials or sad days, the sun is coming out tomorrow and it's gonna be okay again. And something else that it really makes me think of is that just like sun does it every day, it comes out, it rises. It's the same way with God. He's there for us every day. He's the same always. Yeah, if you want to answer some of those questions yourself too, feel free to do so. You can answer them in my comments, or you can make a video about it. It has been fun, and go subscribe to my channel because I'm looking for some new subscribers. But I do really appreciate my old subscribers a lot too. I love you so much. Thank you all for supporting me, and